Okay, are we ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I always get nervous in the beginning of the video. I'm not reading from a fucking teleprompter, man. 1, 2, 3. Hello there, my name is Nicholas De Niro, and I wanted to create a video and talk about something that's really dear to my heart. And it's something that I've been going through for quite some time, but because I guess I have progressed in life based on whoever's standard, people often don't see me as being, how would you say, disabled, or they don't see me as a person having any issues because I'm physically strong, mentally I can function, but they know very little about my past. And some time ago I did a lecture and even a video on my time as a student. And I say in the elementary school, just because in high school I was homeschooled, but at the age of 5 to 15 or 16 up, that was the time to where I was in the public school system. And there was a term that was placed upon students. I was, how would you say, a special needs student. And it sounds funny, I laugh every day about it, but it's not funny when you're in that situation and you're a young individual trying to fit in. It really did not bother me either way, but it was just the treatment that a young person has to go through and deal with day to day. You know, sometimes I wonder why the suicide rates are so high, why young people go into schools and act as a menace, as some people would say, but usually we don't understand the student. But what I will say and what I will defend is a student who is trying to, how would you say, make it. And because of their disability or how they look or sound or talk, whatever, they are mistreated, and that's wrong. Well, let me just talk about my story. It's like, where do I begin? I believe it was like 5th or 6th grade. Before that, I was coined, as they will, someone who is developmentally handicapped. And I was, how would you say, evaluated by a group of idiots, if you ask me. It wasn't just me that was evaluated, it was other students who in some way were slower in some areas than others. Maybe they were antisocial for whatever reason. Maybe they were abused by the faculty. I don't know. There's always a reason for something. But it's easier to put a label on somebody and put them in the corner with a small group of people. And I am still a special needs student, but I choose not to receive any accommodations. But the point I'm trying to make is that what people don't really know is that during that time in my life, just imagine you're young and you're around adults who are looking at you and they have a notepad and they're writing things down, and some of them were, let me just be straight, assholes. But the testing process itself was a joke. I remember this lady yelling at me because I was unable to identify certain anatomy or something like that. But what she did not know is that I was actually nervous. It is normal for a person who is young to not cooperate. That's how young people are. But anyway, after that, you know, I was thrown in different types of special needs. At that time it was, let's put people together who are at different levels and see what works. Well, it was, how would you say, chaotic, because I knew how to read, write, and do basic math. But the thing that I needed was more interaction. And at some point when I was able to stick up for myself, I said, okay, I want to leave the school system. How many young people get to say that and that happens? But it did happen for me. I managed to pull myself, with the help of 2 awesome individuals, out of the public school system, which was the best thing I ever did in my life. And it's amazing how, you know, the misconceptions that are placed on special needs students. You know, some people who are considered special needs or have a learning disability do not like to note about it, really do not want to put it on a application when they're applying for a job, because it doesn't matter what anybody says, they are judged because of that, you know. So the one misconception I always get is, oh, you're so smart, you don't have nothing wrong with you, you know. But I do, you know. I realize that I cannot just sit in a chair and listen to someone talk all day. I have to move around, there has to be interaction, there has to be one-on-one. I talk to you, you talk to me. And anyway, when you get into those advanced courses, no matter how smart you think you are, you need freaking pictures. When people get on my nerves, I just say, you know, I'm a special needs student. You know, I kind of play into the stereotype. Sometimes that works and to my advantage, but you know, it's just funny. It's funny how people look at you and judge you based on how you look and talk. Okay, one of the questions I get from, how would you say, ignorant people out there. This is in the public. Okay, listen to this. Nicholas, why don't you want to talk to people? And mind you, my answer, I love to talk to people, just not ignorant people. You know, there are quite a few of those people out there, right? Why would I want to communicate with somebody that only thinks about their needs and nobody else's? Why? I'm not that kind of person. I like to think of other people, and I like to respect people who are at different levels. See what I mean? You know, special needs students have what you would call levels that are high in one area and maybe low in another. And that doesn't signify stupidity. We have the ability to probably understand more so than an average normal person. We are not the average person, but we're not below average as a performer in a job or at school. Both of those seem together, though. I always consider going to school a job, because you have to pay to be present, but you don't get paid for your efforts. Oh, you get paid by getting a degree and being in debt. Wonderful. Now I know why people strip to make a living. I happen to be one of those people. Oh, I didn't realize that.